Welcome to the English Locker Room. In today's lesson, we'll dive into Peter Drury's poetic commentary from the thrilling Manchester City versus Arsenal match. Get ready to learn English through some iconic football moments. Let's dive into the analysis. Haaland opened the scoring. Now we will try to understand the meaning of the phrase opened the scoring. Open the scoring means a player, in this particular case, Erling Haaland, he was the first to score a goal in a match. Therefore, when a player scores the first goal, you can say he opened the scoring in the match. Let's dive into the second phrase. What a moment for Riccardo Calafiori. This is Riccardo Calafiori. He is Arsenal's new signing. So what a moment for Riccardo Calafiori to introduce himself to England's big league. Let's try to understand the phrase introduce himself to England's big league. What does it mean? The phrase introduce himself to England's big league means this was Riccardo Calafiori's first big moment or stand-down performance in the Premier League because he scored Arsenal's equalizer yesterday against Manchester City. As a result, when a player has a breakthrough moment, you can say he introduced himself to the big league. After Riccardo Calafiori's equalizer, Gabriel scored the second goal for Arsenal, and Peter Drury said Gabriel came in like a wrecking ball to establish a half-time lead for the Gunners. Let's try to understand the phrase came in like a wrecking ball. Came in like a wrecking ball is a metaphor meaning Gabriel's approach was powerful and unstoppable. What about the phrase halftime lead? Halftime lead refers to the team leading in score when the first half ends. If you love football, I'm sure you already know this, but just in case, the Gunners is the nickname for Arsenal. So when a player dominates or takes over a moment, just like Gabriel did for Arsenal, you can say he came in like a wrecking ball. This is going to be our fourth phrase. Arsenal lead on the Champions patch. So what does Peter Drury mean when he said on the Champions patch? The phrase the Champions patch refers to Manchester City's home ground where they are reigning champions. So this phrase highlights the significance of Arsenal leading in their opponent's territory. As a result, when a team is leading on their rival's home ground, you can say they lead on the Champions patch. The following statement was said by Peter Drury to talk about the time when Trossard was shown a red card, as we can see it from our screen. Once they were down to 10 men, they defended with stoutness and resolve, which was remarkable until beyond the 7 minutes of promised stoppage time. Now it's time for us to understand the phrase, they were down to 10 men. The phrase down to 10 men means the team, in this particular case, Arsenal, lost Trossard due to a red card. What about stoutness and resolve? Over here, stoutness and resolve refer to strong and determined defending. Let's take a look at the phrase promised stoppage time. Over here, promised stoppage time is the extra time added after 90 minutes due to stoppage during the game. When a team defends with grit, you can say they showed stoutness and resolve. If you watched the game, you already know that John Stones broke Arsenal's heart at the last minute. And Peter Drury said, at the very last, John Stones takes the acclaim. Let's try to understand the phrase, takes the acclaim. Takes the acclaim means, at least for this particular case, Stones received praise for his late winning goal. So when someone wins admiration for a key moment, you can say he takes the acclaim. Or if we're talking about a woman, we can say she takes the acclaim. I can just imagine Arsenal fans having nightmares when they went to sleep last night because they almost beat Manchester City. And Peter Drury said City are out of jail and Arsenal are downcast. First, let's try to understand the phrase out of jail. Out of jail is a phrase meaning Manchester City narrowly escaped a loss. What about the phrase downcast? It's self-explanatory considering what we see on our screen. So for this particular case, downcast means Arsenal are feeling disappointed or dejected. If a team managed to avoid defeat in the last moments, you can say they are out of jail. Now that you know some of these key phrases from Peter Drury's commentary, you can use them in your own English conversations. That's it for today's lesson. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. See you in the next one.